Good evening to you. Warm welcome to Prime Business with me, Pius Kojo Baka. So our very first story, favorable growth outlook and strong reserves position pushed the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana to hold its rate at 29%. My colleague George Yafe was at the meeting when the announcement was made.
Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Ernest Addison argued that their decision to keep the policy rate was also influenced by current developments in the economy.
Even though inflation is expected to remain within the target year band, the risks are tilted slightly on the upside. This will require maintaining the strong monetary policy stance, supported by strong fiscal consolidation efforts, including remaining vigilant to ensure that the end-year inflation objectives are achieved.
This is what the governor had to say about the cedi and what can be done to firmly stabilize it against the US dollar.
What else can you do about expectations? What else can you do about uncertainty about, the economy, given the fact that we have an election coming up? You tell me. So it's not everything that can easily be, handled. Some of them are very complicated.
The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, also revealed that they've been able to build the required dollar reserves to meet servicing of Eurobond debts from this year.
We were very much aware of payments that are upcoming. If you look at the cash flow projections, a provision has been made for this particular payment. So yes, we have built up reserves to meet some of these lumpy payments in the outlook.
When the governor of the Bank of Ghana was asked about reports of a new building to serve as an official residence, this is what he had to say.
But that residence is not being built for the governor. It's just an official duty post. The governor already has a residence. And mind you, it's even larger and posher than what they are talking about. So I have no incentive to build anything new. Because where I live now is posher and nicer than what is being done.
So what is the advice to government going into this election year when it comes to spending and the economy? This is what the governor had to say in his response to that question.
The only advice is to stick to the program targets that we have all agreed on under the IMF program.
Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Ernest Addison argued that current data show that the economy is on track and is showing signs of strong recovery. However, everything must be done on the fiscal and the monetary side to stabilize the situation going forward.
I want to stay a while longer with the central bank because they haven't given a firm assurance they will sustain the current stability of the cedi against the dollar. Now, responding to queries, the Public Accounts Committee advisor to the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Stephen Opata, rejected claims the gains made by the local currency is as a result of the IMF bailout. But first, let's watch the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, James Kluche Aveji, make the claim.
In this report, it is shown that you have used, what is the page? Page 21. Yes. You use 35.9 million in 2022 to pay the contractor, and then in 2023, $82.3 million to pay the contractor. And it is reported here as an outflow, and it's showing us progress payment to contractors for 2023 and 2022. Anybody who takes this will know that, all these contractors are government contractors, but one of them is contractor for Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana run your own accounts. You don't depend on money from government. So if this is shown here, somebody looking at the report would think that this is government money that you have used to pay the contractor because you don't depend on government. So I'm just thinking that there should be some form of separation to make it more clearer.
But Mr. Opata says the gains being witnessed is as a result of the shoring of its reserves through the domestic gold program.
see your point, but if we were to do that separation, I can tell you that, for example, majority of the reserves has been built through activities of the central bank. That if you were to portion that, then there will be very little left for the central government. Very little. Reserves we have right now is about what? 6 point something, right? We've grown reserves by almost $1 billion for the first half of the year, mostly from our Go for Reserves program. If you were to say that portion belongs to the central bank, there will be very little left for the central government. So I think that distinction, though may be useful, it's dangerous.
The business community is asking the government to make a conscious effort to make the business environment friendly to thrive. According to Chief Executive of the Association of Ghana Industries, Seth Chumakwabwa, the cost of borrowing is negatively impacting the operations, thereby making them uncompetitive. Speaking to Joy Business, Mr. Kwabwa stressed the need to consolidate the business climate with the cheaper cost of borrowing.
As long as we haven't come down on the policy rate and we continue to keep it at this high level, then it's going to affect borrowing rate. There's no doubt about it. Even though there's that appetite for borrowing, the interest cost is a major factor that is prohibiting growth in lending. In terms of nominal figures, it may, I will not doubt that, but what kind of borrowing has picked up? If it's the short-term borrowing, then it is going to the usual trading and service sector. But for industries, borrowing at 30-something%, 32, 35%, to do long-term business, the kind of business industries want to do, which is investing long-term, you need a much lower interest cost to be able to do that kind of business. So it may have picked up, but we have to actually analyze the data and see the sectors that the interest and the lending is picking up. If it's picking up in the industrial sector, that would have been very good. If it's picking up in the agricultural sector, it means the productive sector is growing. But I don't think that is the situation, and that's where we need to really analyze. So it may have picked up, but is it being picked up by the productive sector? For me, that is very important.
All right.
But at least some stability has been achieved, some consolidation of the stability is important. But we need to go beyond consolidation to growth.
And to other stories, LMI Holdings, a wholly owned Ghanaian firm, has commissioned the largest rooftop solar project in Africa. The 16.82 megawatt power solar project is the second largest of its kind in the world and located in the Tema Free Zone Enclave. Managing Director of LMI Holdings, Adlai Opoku Buama, at the launch revealed that the company aims to generate up to 1,000 megawatt power from renewable sources by 2030.
The purpose of the solar park, the Norbert Anku Solar Park, will be to provide clean energy to two major initiatives currently being developed by LMI Holdings in Dawa. The first, the Dawa City project. Dawa City will be the first smart and green city in Ghana. And then the Dawa Industrial Zone, a 4,000-acre industrial zone, purpose-built, catering for textiles, pharmaceutical, food, light and heavy industrial, logistics, and technology parks. In our bid to support the country's industrialization agenda and to drive occupancy in the Dawa Industrial Zone, businesses who choose to locate within the Dawa Industrial Zone will be assured, like we have here in Tema, of continuous, uninterrupted power supply, as well as a 10% rebate on electricity tariffs for the next 5 years. And that's not all. Such businesses can expect uninterrupted water supply thanks to an IFC-funded 11,000 cubic meter per day water treatment plant, which is currently under construction in Dawa.
Let's not do business up north because smoke producers and their fabric weavers in the Upper West region are lamenting the increasing cost of raw materials in producing the traditional wear. Now, inflationary pressures and high exchange rate are the primary attributable cause of the soaring cost of the items. The ballooning costs are consequently impacting the sale of smoke, which has seen at least 20% upward adjustment in price. My colleague Emmanuel Bright-Kweku was in the regional capital, Wa, and reports.
A busy morning at Camford Inus weaving shop at the Upper West Regional Capital, Wa. These young ladies are fixated on getting the long stretch of threads wound to a stone loomed into a full piece of cloth. The fabrics will be used for what is popularly known as smocks.
There is Dabonye and Wale Dabonye costing either 400 or 450 cedis.
4.5, and I see 400.
The Guinean smocks, locally called fugu or bakatari, are common traditional wares notable among natives of Ghana's regions of the north. They are made from hand-loomed strips comprising a unique blend of colors and undyed cotton yarns. But the cost of materials used in making these beautiful fabrics are ballooning. Laraba is almost a year and a half in the weaving industry. She explains the increasing cost of materials is impacting her sales.
Sometimes that one, if the thread is a more costly and you didn't calculate well and you sell it, you will not get anything. Unless you also calculate well before you can get something from it. At first, the price is always enough, but the cost was just a least price. But for now, the price is not enough, but still the price is too high for us.
The hand-loomed yarns are intricately sewn together by hand to create a distinctive plaid pattern that characterizes the smock. Despite the beautifully crafted cloths, the embroidery adorning the neckline creates a distinct look for the attire.
If you want to know, 280 and 250 and 350.
For the females, you can get some of the smock at 180 or 250 cedis and 350 cedis. Those of high quality are usually expensive. Because we invest enough money buying the raw materials, the prices keep shooting up. It is not our fault the prices keep rising.
Smock trading is one of the major trades in the region, with several weaving materials dotted across various market centers and homes. But the increasing cost is impacting adversely on the once vibrant market.
Things are expensive now. Let's say if I want to buy one myself, because it's expensive, I wouldn't buy it and later find it difficult to get something to feed myself. The market is bad now. Sometimes only 2 people bring their clothes here for me to sew.
Despite the prevailing economic quagmire, these vendors are unperturbed as they continuously craft and preserve their rich cultural heritage. For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright-Kweku.
I want to stay within the Wa municipality because the General Commanding Officer of the Northern Command, Brigadier General Frank Netite, has disclosed that plans are far advanced to route all of official transactions of the Ghana Armed Forces through Savings and Integrity Savings and Loans Company. Now, he cited Rwanda, United Kingdom, and other Asian countries where the financial transactions of their military are catered for. Brigadier General Frank Netite made the disclosure at the opening of the WAB office branch of Savings and Integrity Loans Limited, and my colleague Rafiq Salam reports.
General Officer commanding the Northern Command, Brigadier General Frank Netite, opening the War Office branch of the Services Integrity Savings and Loans Limited, CECL. The event marks the opening of the 8th operational branch of Cecil since its establishment, December 2016.
This is a clear indication of the company's steady growth and resilience in a sector that has recently faced significant challenges, as you know. The fact that Cecil has navigated the banking sector reform successfully and continues to thrive is a testament to its strength and reliability.
Cecil was established with the primary objective of catering for the banking and financial needs of personnel in the Ghana Armed Forces.
The bank has gone further of not only catering for only the financial needs of service personnel or those in the Ghana Armed Forces, but also they've gone beyond that to cater for those outside the Ghana Armed Forces.
Brigadier General Frank Natete also spoke of plans to route all official transactions of the Ghana Armed Forces through Cecil as practiced elsewhere.
This approach has been successfully implemented in countries like Rwanda, where the military bank caters to all the financial needs of its armed forces. I must say that in the United States of America, they also have an armed forces bank, and most of our Asian countries also have an armed forces bank.
He however urged the board and management of Cecil to address the unique needs of personnel of the Ghana Armed Forces and defense civilian employees.
I urge the board and management of Cecil to continuously address the unique needs of the Ghana Armed Forces personnel and defense civilian employees by developing products and services tailored to meet their needs or requirements.
Chief Executive Officer of Cecil, Lydia Makudadi, disclosed that since the establishment of Cecil, they have continuously posted some profit, which is a testament to their robust corporate governance and risk management practices. She used the occasion to lay bare some products rolled out by Cecil.
Over the past 7 years, Cecil has launched and rolled out several products. Of notable mention are the mission deployment loan, the personal loans, fixed deposits, savings accounts, and our ATM cards, which are accessible to all the banks in Ghana, We are also about to introduce new products. We have christened Cecil's Save Plus, Cecil's Provident account, Cecil cash-backed loans, and Cecil's Comrade loans. We haven't left out the veterans.
Reporting for J News, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
We want to stay a while longer with Rafiq Salam because the Upper West Regional Minister, Stephen Yakubu, has commended the Chief Executive Officer of the Danku Block Factory for taking a giant step in establishing the factory. He noted that the establishment of the factory is just not a business venture, but a beacon of hope and progress for the region. Stephen Yakubu made the remark at the commissioning of the Danku Block Factory at Danku in the Upper West municipality. And Rafiq Salam once again reports.
Chief Executive Officer of Bill Group of Companies, Dr. Tony Basana, recounting on what made him to start the Danku Block Factory.
In 2015, we had an opportunity to undertake a big project. It was quite frustrating getting building blocks made for this project. We had to change about 5 different block makers before we could complete that project.
He then laid bare the motive of establishing the Danku Block Factory, which among others includes meeting industry standards in order to be the preferred choice for all concrete building products.
A highly qualified and skilled team to ensure that throughout the block manufacturing processes, all health, safety, and environmental issues are well taken care of and quality products are achieved. Mr. Chairman, the quality of building blocks depends on a number of factors and processes. At DBF, apart from advanced technologies, we also use the very best of raw materials, sand, quarry dust, 10mm chippings, and it is only at DBF that we use 10mm chippings. We have hollow blocks that are 5-inch and 4-inch, and the 6-inch hollow blocks is with importers, it's on the way. And other products, you will see them when you go around.
Apart from the production of blocks at the factory, they will also churn out dozens of direct and indirect jobs, which the Upper Australian Minister, Stephen Yakubu, was excited about and commended them in a speech read on his behalf by a coordinating director at the Upper Australian Coordinating Council, Joseph Aburi.
The establishment of this factory is not just the realization of a business venture, but a beacon of hope and progress for our region. It symbolizes our commitment to fostering industrial growth, creating employment opportunities, and ultimately improving the quality of life of our people. The journey to this moment, I believe, has been long and filled with challenges. However, the vision, determination, collaboration of many have brought us here today. The Danko Blocks Factory, ladies and gentlemen, is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together towards our common goal. It is a shining example of how public-private partnerships can drive development and innovation in our region.
Reporting for J News, Rafik Salam, Danko.
That's our part company here on Prime Business. I am Pius Kojo Baka. We've got more stories for you on myjoyonline.com/business. I leave you with today's commodities update.